So deal, who has more badges, you or Chip? You? What did you do to get them? Your brain? You're smarter than him? Oh, oh, I see. You're stronger than him? He stinks? Hey guys, so last week I went to Disneyland, and I know a lot of my stories start that way, but last week I was there for the Oogie Boogie Bash, which is the new Halloween party taking place at Disney California Adventure, which, by the way, I'll have a full video about coming next Friday, October 4th, as part of my Vlogtober series, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. Shameless plug, sorry. So I knew this party was gonna end past my bedtime. It ended at 11 p.m. Whatever, I'm just gonna own that. Okay, I go to bed early. So I decided to spend the night in Anaheim, and then by some miracle I had the next day off of work too. So I spent like Sunday evening and then most of the day on Monday at Disneyland. And then, kind of a last minute decision, I decided to have breakfast at Storytellers, which is the restaurant at the Grand Californian Hotel. So I've been looking forward to this character breakfast for like kind of an embarrassingly long time. If you saw my Plaza Inn video, which I did on my birthday, I had a great time. The characters were really great, but the food was not so great. And I've heard that the vegan options at Storytellers are much better. Like, I've seen photos of the omelet, the infamous hash brown omelet, which is just like hash browns rolled into an omelet type of thing with veggies inside. I actually thought that they might be able to do this for me at Plaza Inn when I was there. I told them about it and I showed them a picture and I was like, can you make me this? And they said no. So ever since then, I've been determined to go to the Grand Californian and get my hash brown omelet. So I'm gonna give you my review, but kind of backtrack while we're on the subject of Oogie Boogie. I wanna tell you about the Oogie Boogie cake, which is in the Grand Californian lobby right now. I actually took a photo with this like while it was work in progress a few weeks ago. I did not realize it was a cake. I thought it was just some kind of statue. But when I took my first photo, like the people were still working on it. Like they were still like painting, adding little details and putting it together, which was kind of cool. I asked somebody and they told me it took like a week or so to like put everything together. So even though this cake is like really cool and impressive and cool to look at, it's not vegan, which is kind of a bummer. And I feel really conflicted, like admiring it. There's a sign like talking about all the ingredients that went into it. So, So yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things and it's frustrating too because it totally could be vegan. It should be vegan, especially because nobody's gonna even eat this cake. Like it doesn't matter what ingredients you use, you may as well use vegan ingredients, Disneyland. For real though, the cake is cool to look at, but as far as I know, nobody's gonna eat it. It's just gonna sit in the lobby for 2 months, and who's gonna eat a 2-month-old cake? Probably nobody. So I just thought I would tell you about it and show it to you because I had conflicting feelings and I want you to have feelings too. We'll share our feelings together. Also, there are 13 hidden Mickeys on this cake. I saw 2 of them. That's it. That's all I had time for. I had to move along. But if you see it, I guess look for them if you want. Okay, so as for the review, like Plaza Inn, so this is weird. I actually thought that I told Plaza Inn ahead of time that I was vegan. There's not an option to mark vegan when you make your reservation, but you can mark allergies. So there's like shellfish, dairy, egg, a couple of other, maybe one or two other things. So I just checked all the boxes that like were non-vegan. That wasn't the most accurate way to go about it, but I figured it would kind of give them a heads up to know that like a weirdo is coming to dine with them on this day. So then when I got there, I just told them like, hey, I don't actually have any allergies. You don't need to worry about me having like an allergic reaction to anything. I'm just vegan. So at that point, they'll either tell you that the chef will come to your table and talk to you. And if they don't say that, you might want to ask, because mine didn't say it. And I didn't want to just be sitting there like a loser. So I asked them if they would have the chef come out. So I sat down at my table, and within like a minute or two, my server came over and was like, hey, I know you're vegan and you wanted to talk to the chef. Do you still want them to come out, or do you just want me to put in the order for the omelet? And I was like, oh my God, she knows the omelets. Like somebody knows what I'm talking about. So I said, yes, I do want the omelet, and I wanted some Mickey waffles, and also they have like a strawberry topping for the waffles, and I wanted that. So after that, the chef actually did come and talk to me anyway and kind of asked me just to make sure everything, that he got my order right, and then also asked if I wanted to be shown around the buffet so he could point out what items are vegan. So I already had a decent amount of food coming, like I really didn't need any more, but I figured I'd go look around the buffet anyway just so I could tell you guys about it. So he showed me a couple different kinds of potatoes. One had bacon in it, but he said if I wanted that, he could make me a separate batch with no bacon. Other than that, there was also fruit and oatmeal. He didn't point out the bagels, or maybe there just weren't bagels that day, but I've seen on Happiest Vegan on Earth that the bagels are vegan, so if you really want that, just double check with somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the food I got. They brought me the omelet, which was really good. Didn't have a lot of seasoning on it, but it was great once I added a little bit of salt and pepper, which is right on your table. And then I got my Mickey waffles, and instead of the strawberry topping, they just brought me a giant bowl of strawberries, which there were strawberries already on the buffet. I don't know, it was a misunderstanding. And then later on, my server came out just to like see if I was doing okay, and I still had this completely full giant bowl of strawberries. And at that point, I felt obligated to eat them because I asked for them, sort of. So I tried to eat as many as I could, okay? I was just trying to be polite. They were good with the waffles though, even though it wasn't the strawberries I wanted, they were still good. Okay, so how about a comparison? I've had character breakfast at two places now, Plaza Inn and Grand Californian. Price-wise, Plaza Inn is cheaper, it's $34. Grand Californian is $44. That's before any kind of discount. So I got my annual pass discount. But yeah, that's the full price. At Plaza Inn, there are a lot more characters. I saw like pretty much all of the main characters from Winnie the Pooh. I saw the fairy godmother. I saw Chip and Dale, Mickey, Minnie. No, not Mickey, not Mickey. Minnie was flying solo that day. No Mickey. Who else was there? So the fairy godmother was also there. In total, oh, Max, Goofy's kid. In total, I think there were about 10 characters. So at Storytellers, you get Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Chip, Dale, and like some random bears. I don't really know who they are. They're from Brother Bear, which I've never seen, so I don't really know their names. They're cute, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, even though at Plaza Inn you get more characters, I think you might get more time with each character at Storytellers. So if you really want to sit down with somebody, you know, you want to have a heart-to-heart with Minnie Mouse, I don't know. If you want to start a fight between Chip and Dale like I did, then maybe maybe Storytellers is better. Chip, can I ask you a question? So I already asked Dale about who has more patches, who has more badges. Dale said that he did, and he said that he's smarter than you and stronger than you, and he said that you smell. You smell okay to me. I think so. Yeah? You took a shower? Mm-hmm. So what did you get this one for? Did you just eat, you had to eat a lot of s'mores? You made the s'mores. Was it like a s'mores eating contest? So who can eat more s'mores, you or Dale? You eat twice as much as him? Oh, okay. And you're stronger than him? You're braver than him? Smarter than him? Interesting. We might have to have some kind of competition to prove who can win. Okay. All right, I believe you. I think Storytellers also is a bit less crowded because they serve breakfast later. And I think as it gets later in the morning, it's less crowded. So if you want the character time or you just want to go when it's less crowded, I would suggest going later in the morning. So the food was better at Storytellers, yes, but I was full like all day. If you're planning like a really active day at Disneyland, you're gonna go on a ton of rides, you're gonna be walking around, maybe you want a lighter breakfast. I don't know what you like. So so if you don't want to be in a food coma, maybe Plaza Inn is better. But if you want to eat and eat and eat, maybe Storytellers is better. And then I guess the last thing would be like the atmosphere, the restaurant. So I've heard this from other people, and I think it was pretty much my experience too, is that there's a lot more kids at Plaza Inn, which I mean, in Disneyland, there's kids everywhere, but I think that Storytellers might be a little bit quieter. There might be less kids, and it could also be because I went later. My reservation was at 11:30, but I was listening to the Nostalgia podcast this week, and they actually talked about that too. They said that there tends to be less kids at Storytellers, which if you go to Disneyland and you don't like kids, I don't know, you're in trouble. But maybe you just need a break. Maybe you just need some quiet time. Then you might want to have breakfast at Storytellers rather than Plaza Inn. So I guess that's it as far as comparison. I can't really tell you which one is better. I think it kind of just depends on your personality and what you're looking for and what you're in the mood for. Yeah, I'm glad that I did both. I would do both again, probably not immediately. This isn't something I'm gonna do on a regular basis. But yeah, even for myself, I can't even say definitively if I have a preference. It just depends on what I want to do that particular day. And maybe there's hope for Plaza Inn, because if you guys heard the news about Disneyland, that came out this week, that they're introducing like 400 plus new vegan dishes. They're using the word plant-based, which they have used in the past to mean like vegetarian, but they have said that these items will have no meat, dairy, eggs, or honey, so they will be vegan. It sounds like for the most part they're coming to Walt Disney World first, like pretty soon, like next week, and then they'll be coming to Disneyland. They're also going to be using a vegan symbol on their menus, which is super handy. I feel like, especially like for the buffet, like the chef had to like show me around to tell me what I could eat or not. It would be really nice to just have the vegan symbol like right there on the signage. Also, I know I said this last time in the Plaza Inn video, but I'm gonna say it again just in case anybody important's watching. I mean, you're important. You watching are important, but just in case anyone who has influence on the food decisions at Disney is watching, like, we need some vegan treats. Like, they just came out with a Halloween menu, and it's full of all these delicious snacks and candies and baked goods, and none of them are vegan, and they're so cute. Okay, so Disney, if you're watching, okay, make us some treats. We want some Halloween food. We want Christmas cookies. We want to eat dessert. I've eaten like 20 Dole Whips this year. So while you're waiting for that vegan Disney menu rollout, I just want to give a plug, and I know I mentioned her earlier, but Happiest Vegan on Earth, that's where I get most of my vegan Disney food information from. Follow her on Instagram, but she also has a blog, happiestvegaноnearth.com. I would always keep her website open on my phone and use it like a guide to the parks. And Instagram, she like posts things like the minute they come out. So if you want to stay up to date, that's a good place to do it. I also really like vegan Disney food on Instagram. She's based in Florida. So in person, she covers a lot of Walt Disney World stuff. The hotels, the restaurants, and then like things outside of Disney too. But then she also reposts a lot of people's food pictures from Disneyland. So it's kind of cool if you want to see both parks. And also, if you see things in Walt Disney World that you want to have here, like, you can send in a little comment to Disney and let them know. It seems like Walt Disney World is usually a little bit ahead of us food-wise, so it's kind of nice to know what they're doing so we can catch up. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any more specific questions, anything that I didn't mention, and I'll see if I can answer it for you. Also, if there's another character breakfast that you want me to do next, let me know. It will definitely influence my decision because between Donald and Goofy, I'm undecided. I don't know what I want to do next. So help me decide. Last thing, Vlogtober starts in 2 days. I agreed to do 31 videos in 31 days. Nobody made me do it. I just decided on my own. It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be fun. A lot of it is Halloween themed. Most of it is Halloween themed. There's like a few things here and there that aren't. But yeah, make sure you subscribe if you want to see how that goes. All right, I will see you guys. Actually, I won't see you guys again until Vlogtober, so I will see you then. All right. Goodbye. My dog gets a bandana like that too when he goes to the dog groomer. Did you get your hair done? Yeah, you look good, Pluto. It's for animals, yeah, like you.